Hi, we're Prïnceps, and you are listening to the Us People podcast with Savio Rocks.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Us People podcast. I'm your host, Savio Rocks, and today I'm humbled to have the band Prïnceps here with me. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the Us People podcast. I'm laughing already because they're smiling and they're just like chilling right now. Guys, please introduce yourselves and let all the listeners know who you are, and just let me know more about the band itself and how you guys came together.
Well, I mean, it would be rude not to start off with our collective name. We are called Prïnceps. My name is Renz. I do the singing, and
my name is Marko.
Smooth.
Yeah, that was smooth.
And I do, what I was saying? Yeah.
You do everything else.
Yeah. My name is Marko, and I'm the bass player and producer of the band.
So how did you guys, first of all, actually, before I even get to that, thank you for coming on the podcast, guys. Thank you for being patient also as well today and waiting for me today, which I'm humbled about. Tell me a little bit about how you guys actually formed to come together and decide this is what you want to do.
Quite an interesting story how me and Marko ended up getting together. We've both been trying to kind of make it in the music industry for a while. We've been in various bands over the years. However, I will let Marko tell you the story about as to how me and him met, because I think he tells it better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's better. I can tell
it's
you.
better because otherwise I sound really arrogant.
Okay, cool. All right.
So, this will make sense. This will make sense. I promise.
Yeah. No, basically, so I come from Italy, and in 2013 I moved to London with my previous band. So we went to the city, to succeed, catch the dreams, whatever. Anyway, at some point we were doing some videos, and we took a model. Basically, this girl invited us to a night in a club where actually Renz was performing, and I remember that day we saw this performance, and I was very impressed about the singing, the skills on the stage presence, and whatever. This boy here, surprising, no? So actually, what happened was that after a few months, we were looking for a singer, because our previous singer moved back to Italy, and we decided to move on. I mean, keep the band, but looking for somebody else. And I said, okay, guys, I take care of it. And I don't know, it just came back in my mind, and I was remembering the performance. I was like, okay, how can I get in touch? So then I passed through this girl, which was his ex-girlfriend, basically. And from there, I arrived to Renz, and this is how it started. And the funny thing, it was, you were looking for a band, right?
Yeah, it was perfect timing. Yeah,
exactly. I remember
the band
that
you'd seen me in, we'd pretty much disbanded. A couple of guys had got married, one had a kid, one was traveling Australia. I was at a loss.
Yeah, so it was like that, just a couple of emails, and I was like, well, I'm looking for a singer. I think you can fit with the project, with the idea, the image, whatever. And he was like, okay, I'm looking for a band. And we show our material. I listened. He came back with some lyrics, some song we wrote already. So he started to sing, and it was just fitting. And this is how we started to work. Until then, that project basically ended. And here we are with a new one. In this case, he was the one asking me to play together, because I was very down when we were taking the decision to break the band. And I remember we were in a pub, and it was just the two of us, and I was like, bro, I don't know, I probably need a little bit of time for myself. And I was like, okay, do what you want, but please, let's make music together. I was like, fuck, that.
And can't stop, man.
Boom, we just keeping going, no? Keeping going. So it's been non-stop, and we're starting to produce new things. There were a few songs that we were writing with the previous band, but we were literally doing the two of us. So we're just starting from there. And yeah, now I think it's a couple of years that we're working with this new project, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It was a challenge, obviously, because you come from a full band with a drummer,
exactly,
bass player, and then we were the two of us, which is bass and voice.
See,
and we're like, cool. Now, this is like even the meaning of the art, now of the music, that you need to renovate yourself.
Exactly.
Discover a little bit more. Understand a little bit more yourself to get the extra value,
Yeah.
And this is how Prïnceps is actually keeping going. That's why maybe even our music is always different, even because we are literally discovering ourselves.
I was about to say, even after 2 years, we're still discovering our sound. We're still evolving.
Sound. We know which is our DNA, but in terms of sound, it's still going. I think this is gonna be forever, and I think probably a lot of musicians got the same feeling.
See? I love that. See, I can feel such a good energy from you guys already. And even I wish I did record from when we first came on the screen, and I was like, hey guys, because that alone was a podcast within itself. that part alone.
Because otherwise we'd have given away our home addresses, wouldn't we?
That's true. That is really true. Yeah. So maybe I would have cut that part out, because I don't want everyone meeting us. You know where. Yeah, we keep that part quiet. How hard was it for you guys to find I know you're still evolving, and I know you're still finding your sound, but how hard is it to go into the music industry and have that belief of finding your sound and finding your niche, so that you appear to be different from everything else that is out there?
That's a really good question. I like that. For me, first thing that comes to mind, I think it's being true to yourself. I think it's trying not to sound like other people, other artists. I think, you just need to embrace your weirdness, uniqueness, kind of thing like that. I think you need to find your own niche, basically. It felt like 10 years ago all genres had been discovered, and then along came mumble rap.
True.
And trap or whatever. There's always that kind of position to it, evolve.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Do you feel that people should put themselves into a bracket when it comes into music, or do you think music is music and you shouldn't be put into rock, pop, electric? Do you feel like music is just music and it comes from within a spiritual place where you can show that emotion to people and let them connect with it also? Or do you feel that we should be put into boxes? Because I feel like as music or anything in life, professions, we're all put into a box. But how do you guys feel about the music that you do and the genre that you do?
We've had a few conversations at the pub about this, and this is where where there's kind of a bad point, of being a two-piece. There's no one to cast that kind of that third vote. I'm actually very much of the thought, do anything, do whatever you want. Release a country song, release a drum and bass song, do your thing, do everything. And then I'm simplifying it, but Marko would be more perhaps on the side of stick within a genre. Now that's still not to say not work outside the genre, but I've been proposing to do hip hop songs kind of thing. For example, which we actually maybe might do. But it's been a long time since we've spoken about that. Certainly for my view, I think you can release an album that's got a rock song, a ballad, a country song, 3 metal songs, 2 drum and bass songs, let's go. It's 2020 now. Come on.
That's true. How do you feel, Marko, about it? How do you feel?
No, I completely agree with Renz. Actually, what I noticed with our project, the challenge is not to be unique, but because you see our mindset is more like, yeah, we do what we feel, what we want. Obviously, I mean, you need to create an outfit of the song and give a sound or something. And I mean, I mainly produce, so it come naturally. It just now Renz was speaking about the fact that probably you want to do hip hop and I don't do, but it's not because I don't want to, it's because it doesn't come naturally. So
Fair
probably I'm
enough.
not gonna express myself,
Fair
and I'm
enough.
not gonna bring that thing, the magic. I might damage the project, you know. And this is a beautiful thing I see. I mean, it might be obviously a little luck because it might give you like a little margin of expression, but at the same time you express 100% yourself, so you get the best of that piece of art, which is music. So the problem is not to be unique. The problem is actually to have people that understand what you're doing, because musicians probably they don't think about the type of music they do, but listeners wanna put them in a box and say, this is it, this is that. Otherwise, in which playlist I can put them, you know? So I don't see as a thing for us of thinking about. It's more for us. It's more like do things that we like and that we know are good.
Yeah.
We don't mind if people like or not. They need to be good. You know, because it's not, otherwise it should be right or wrong, but no, it is good or bad, and it has to be good.
So is it more about the quality of what you're bringing to the table that matters to you?
Yeah, I would say the quality, but I mean the quality is part of the entire picture, you know. It's more like it's one of the piece of the puzzle, obviously. That is the, so it's more like that.
That definitely makes sense to me. Who have been...
I don't know how to explain completely, you know, because at least it's music you don't touch.
Exactly.
Just,
No, I understand it. I definitely understand it from a musical background. Who have been some of your biggest influences in your life, especially when it comes to music, and outside of music, who have helped you become the person who you are today?
I've got a couple of answers that immediately come to mind. Musically, definitely Chester Bennington. For me as a singer, Chester Bennington for me, best singer of all time. Love the lyrics, love the melodies, love the message. The first kind of person that was instrumental in actually getting me turned on to just music in general was Kurt Cobain. Now this was actually via me. I remember this is one of the kind of earliest memories that I have, and I'm going to hang my father out to dry here, so sorry Dad if you're listening. But I remember playing World Cup 98, so that's the football game on the PC, and my dad being on the phone with his aunt, with my aunt, and him going like that, just catching up, like, my mum's not in, how are you? Yeah, all right, blah 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 blah. Then randomly they start talking about music, and they're on speakerphone, and my dad goes, Def Leppard, Led Zeppelin, and then my aunt goes, I've heard about this new band Nirvana, and my dad goes, I've heard them too, they're awful. And I went, what? Dad doesn't like this band? Right, I'm gonna go on like Kazaa or LimeWire, download, like check this out, and discovered from there. So Cobain and Bennington for me would be my two biggest musical influences.
See, you've got two good ones. What about you, Marko? Who are your influence? He looks like he's still thinking, to be quite honest.
No. I was not thinking. I was actually picturing one moment.
It was trying to tune out of what I was saying.
Is that what you do? You tune out of what he says?
Grandfather, basically, and I was imagining the scene.
Yeah, my dad. He had a moustache at the time as well. Like, can you imagine?
It was literally, yeah.
Dial-up phone. I had to get off the internet, so it was on because he was on the phone. Yeah, that's why I was playing the game instead of being on the internet. Yeah.
So influences. Well, in terms of music journey, actually, I started when I was a kid. So one influence was my dad. Actually, he was a musician when he was young. Then he stopped, basically, old generation. He found a job, to bring the bread on the table, as we say. So he completely changed direction. But when I was a kid, I remember there were a lot of guitars at home. There was a keyboard. So the first approach in music was the piano. I don't know why I was so bored. I liked, but at the same time, I was like, this is not the one. Which actually now I love the piano, but I cannot play. I had a chance and I didn't do. Now.
Well, you can still do it, Marko. You can still make it happen.
Yeah, of course. But when you think you were playing the piano and then you stop because I was bored, like such an idiot, So. Yeah, that was an influence, obviously, because then I went back, basically, because you grow up with your dad that play at home, so at some point you go back. An influence in terms of art is actually the band that put me in place with music and with a bass, are Metallica.
Yes.
I think that's been my first approach with music journey, because my older brother, actually, he's 50 years old, so he's his stepbrother, and he's very passionate in metal music, Iron Maiden. He's got tattoo and stuff like that. And I was like, listen, you're a little brother, so he wanna be proud of you. And obviously you listen, and then I was like, I think I like this one. So that one was a big influence. Yeah. So I would say that one, and then. Yeah, probably only that, because then obviously there are many, but the Duff being the first love that you're stuck with, and
the fundamentals.
Yeah,
exactly.
Cobain and Bennington are my fundamentals.
Exactly. It's more like
I've got plenty more influences and stuff there, but
yeah. Because at the end we do electronic music, so it's completely.
Yeah.
So the influences are many. They might change, but that one, fundamental.
See, I love that. How do you guys promote yourself, especially both of you being musicians, singers? You do everything basically kind of yourselves. But how do you promote yourself so that people can hear about you? Because this is one of the things that a lot of bands come to me and say they find hard to do when it comes to marketing. Just from your experience of what you're doing and how long you guys have been together, how would you say that you market yourself so people get to know who you are as a band and even just as people?
Have you got the answer to that?
That's one.
Can you give us the answer to that? Is there a correct answer?
I don't believe there is a correct answer.
On a scorecard, do you have the answer card there?
I don't believe that there is a correct answer for anything.
I don't think there is either, mate. It's a
hard.
jungle out there, man.
It's hard.
Yeah, if COVID wasn't going on, we would be playing shows. Not much more we can do other than record music and release videos at the moment. We use social media. Personally, I'm terrible at it. Social media and videos and releasing new music. There's not much more you can do unless you got money in the bank.
That's true. That is so true.
Got money in the bank and you got a good plug up. Bish bash bosh.
Here's one for you that I know you guys will most probably relate to in a really good way. How did it feel for the first time when you both performed on stage together in front of a crowd? How did that make you feel? Yeah. Look at his face.
Right. There's a funny story about that. So technically, the first time that me and Marko played together. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah. Technically, the first time that Marko and I played together was in the aforementioned band that I originally joined, which is how I met Marko. We were called PHR, and we played a festival on Blackheath. On Blackheath Festival. So we got on one of the smaller stages on. We was actually the headliners on one of the smaller stages on Blackheath Festival. And it just turned out to be that was my first ever gig with PHR. And so yeah, we the stage massively overran. Ended up that we clashed with the headliners Madness. I think it was Madness.
Yeah.
I think Madness were on the main stage. So fair enough, it's Madness. But you can still let us play to the 10 people that are watching us. No, after 30 seconds they cut all the power.
Seriously?
And it was just the drums going and me. The first song was quite heavy, so I was screaming anyway. But it was awful.
Yeah.
The first time we ever played a gig together was
Right, last 10 seconds, basically.
Yeah, it was awful. It was a disaster.
Wow.
So,
There you go. I mean,
there's a curveball for you.
Now it's funny.
You
we
just
can
threw
laugh
that at me. I was like, I wasn't expecting that one.
Magic, stars, destiny. No. It's rubbish. We got thrown off stage after 30 seconds because of madness.
That's some bullshit.
I know,
man.
it's best we don't talk about what we
Do
did
you know what
afterwards.
the next question was, which is even funnier? Yeah? After you told me that, my next question actually was, what is the most embarrassing moment you've ever had as a band?
Done it.
You've done it.
Done it.
You've done
Move
it.
on. I literally can't think of anything more. Like, you and me together in bands, so PHR and Prïnceps. I haven't done anything more embarrassing than get thrown off stage after 20 seconds in front of 30 people and then having a temper tantrum.
Yeah, the temper tantrum.
Not a full tantrum, but the microphone that I was using might not have been usable the next day
Fair enough.
after I was done with using it.
Oh yeah,
I can't think of anything more embarrassing,
now.
to be honest. We were dragged off stage, man.
I actually got another one.
Oh, you do.
You've got
I know you
another
do. You have one, but I wasn't involved. Yeah.
Go on, Marko. Go on.
And that's literally the reason why then I call Renz.
I'm gonna have a cough off camera.
Go on, Han.
You know when your dreams like just and game over coming?
Yeah.
That was exactly the feeling that I had. So okay, and I'm not gonna mention any name, okay? But the story, the general story is basically, obviously, as I said before, I moved from Italy, and then here you got so many possibilities. You can study, you can do many things. So I done a music production course, no? Which at the end they gave me the chance to perform, no? In this panel with a lot of music industry people, very important, no? And man, fuck my life. So what was the problem? So the previous singer, he went back home, you know, in Italy. So we were the three of us, and then he said, "Okay, Marko, you have to perform. You got the chance to have these people in front of you." They were the manager of Prodigy in front of me. You know, Prodigy is one of my influences. Wow, yeah. Prodigy.
That's like one of the only bands we can agree on. Yeah,
maybe yeah. And so I was the singer in that case, and I mean, it's not my best skill, but anyway, we went on stage, everything was set it up, you know, with electronic music you put a couple of vocoder and stuff, and maybe you're gonna bring home the good results. All the backing tracks didn't play, nothing played, so at the end of the story was me playing the bass, singing in very bad tuning, and the drummer, and with in front of me people from the industry. No, I mean, very embarrassing. And I remember I invite my brother from Italy, my little brother, to come and see my first performance in UK, and that was it. That's why I mean, Renz is my superhero somehow, because meeting him, I could keep going, you know.
I actually, you know what, I was going to say, I actually thought you had a different one. I thought you were going to say a different one.
No, that
I've got other ones. If we're going to go separate ones, there's too many, man. We need to do a separate podcast on that.
Yeah.
If you want to just do it on embarrassing gigs gig moments. Oh my days, we can just do a podcast on that, I reckon.
I think we should actually. Sure. Should we do a podcast with you guys on embarrassing moments? Right, I'm going to write it down on your write-up.
Regret this. Write it down. Write it down.
Okay, right.
Write it down.
Seeing as I'm going to say, I won't say where we live, but seeing as you guys don't live too far from me. Right.
Allegedly.
Hold on. I'm writing embarrassing moments, right? So we're going to do a podcast on embarrassing moments. Yeah?
At least a portion, and not all of it. Come on. We've had good times. We have had good times as well. I promise.
Oh,
There's
man.
been good times.
So, guys, apart from the embarrassing moments that you have had, previously we did talk about bands and breaking up, okay? And this is something that I wanted to cover so that people can understand it a little bit more on why bands break up. I know sometimes bands break up because of legal, because I worked in publishing for many years. And one of the things that I saw a lot of bands break up for was over royalties and who was getting what cut of what. And bands were breaking up because of that. Then there was politics in a band of another reason why bands break up. But I know you guys have had the experience of breaking up within your bands. But could you shed some light on why bands break up? But the positive side of it is that you guys found each other. So could you break down the reason why bands break up, but then finding the light of you two finding each other, and what happens that you can move on and still be someone or something great?
Yeah, I mean, that's the important thing to highlight, that we found each other. And all of the struggles that me and Marko have both been through have led us to find each other. There's thousands of people that have been in situations like that are in situations like that. In terms of the specifics of breaking up with bands, I mean, obviously there's no universal rule. As you've said. I had a few experiences of departing band members and bands breaking up. Again, we could do a podcast on that.
Hey, on the list.
The best one, I'm going to go for a pre-Prïnceps one. I'm going to go for before Marko's story. It's interesting that you mention legal issues, because it's funny when legal issues get brought into things. So I was the singer in a band called Never Means Maybe, and we were kind of like a post-hardcore screamo kind of band. We would tour the country. We got to play Download Festival, Sonosphere, T in the Park. Like, got to a reasonable level. Before we even got to that stage, we've done 2 tours in the back of our old Royal Mail van that we'd like put 300 quid together all so we could buy. And the guy, basically, he was not a very nice person.
Wow, okay.
We're gonna put it like that. And on all of our recordings, he didn't play a single bit of guitar because he was that bad at guitar. So we'd actually got to a point where we were actually getting fans. We needed to be professional, play live and stuff like that. We can't just be doing it with schoolmates, kind of thing like that. We had the conversation with him that, quite frankly, you've been a bully to people in the band. You're rubbish. You're fired. Took it like this face to face. took it kind of, okay, I do actually understand. We'll then get recorded delivery like summons, like court summons, where he's suing us for something like £3,000. Now, I won't go into all the little like reasons as to why he came up with £3,000, but basically for 2 years, this guy, before we'd even got to a tiny stage of getting to a reasonable level, was suing us and trying to get money from us and everything, and it full on went to Crown Court, not Crown Court, bloody hell, imagine that, court, local court, and his legal counsel came up to us 15 minutes before the actual hearing and said, is there any chance you'd be willing to settle out of court? We'd already refused a couple of times. And then we refused again. Out of principle, we said we will pay him £20 for a... Oh my God, I won't go into the reason. It's a long story. Again, this is why we need to do another podcast on this kind of thing. We will give him £20 out of the 3,000 plus his court fees, plus his lawyer fees. That's our offer. She made him take it because his claim was just such rubbish. So we actually ended up going into the courtroom. The judge looked at all of us. We were like, there's the four of us in our suits, and then there's the guy suing us at the back, like not looking very happy. And the judge just goes, well, this has been 2 years of a complete waste of time. Can you guys pay the £20? We agreed, £20. Can you pay the £20 here? I was like, yeah. I've got a $5 on me now. I can do that. Anyone else? Literally gave him, we did a check, but we actually all had the £5 there together to give to him.
Wow.
So yeah, breaking up in bands can be weird.
Talk to me, Marko.
My experiences are a little bit different. I mean, we had kind of...
Mine was the least... Mine was the most aggressive one.
Exactly.
That's an extreme example.
That's exactly, it's an extreme one. But in a general sense, for at the end, no? Because obviously, when you break with a band, there are many reasons. There can be legal, different expectation, someone it doesn't fit anymore, wanna do another type of music. I mean, there are many things. When I think sometime on my previous experience, at the end, I just think that it's like a relation, with a girl, with a partner. When you make a band, it's basically a group of friends at the end of the story that with something that we can call love, start a relation, an experience. So when it finishes, basically it's finished. It's the relation that's finished. There is not that thing anymore, So sometimes it can finish with a fight. It can finish just with an argument. It can finish just with a simple goodbye, and you can keep. Exactly, but that's exactly a relation, Divorced, people divorced. There you go. So yeah, basically, I see more like that. Is when you bring to business. Obviously, you can think about every type of effect, final solution, but the cause is because the relation is done. Because if I need to make music, until I got the feeling of making music, I don't care what Renz do or if he start to support another football team, Yeah. So I don't care. It's online. I mean, I will always support because we can share the magic in another language, which is music,
Yeah.
I would never change my football team. West Ham and Lazio forever. Come on.
Exactly. I know that. That's what an extreme.
sorry.
I needed an extreme example.
Boys talk. Sorry.
I needed my extreme example, bro. You did your one.
I'm curious now. Go on, guys. What football teams do you actually support?
It's perfect synergy. It is.
At the moment, yeah. I needed to educate you. The first time that me and Renz...
Whoa, you did. Both of us.
No, because the first time me and Renz we met each other, no?
Yeah.
So in the previous band, I was the only one really following football. The other guy that didn't care. So we met in Camden Town in a pub there. And that day I didn't eat anything. So basically, we met Renz. We spoke a little bit. I said, "Okay, guys, but I need a sandwich, something." And there is a shop here. I go out and I come back to the pub and we can have a drink and conversation. So I went there. I came back, and the drummer say, "Marko, this guy is good, but we got a problem." Which one? He support Roma. What? No, sorry, I'm West Ham. This is because I support Lazio, and Lazio and West Ham are twins, the supporters. And I was like, okay, man, we need to talk about that. So basically, we literally spent our first time together talking about football more than music. I think we
way more. So again, to add a bit of context, Roma and Lazio hate each other.
Okay.
They are biggest rivals. I didn't follow Italian football until I met these guys. But if someone put a gun to my head and said, "What team do you support?" Before I met Marko, it was Roma.
Okay.
It was Roma.
Okay.
But after a few conversations and things like that and everything, I am full on Lazio to the point where I'm the one trying to get him to get matching Lazio tattoos. We've gone to see. No, I'm not joking. We got to see Lazio live 3 years in a row. We would have gone again this year if it wasn't for COVID. Lazio, and I got him on West Ham's for the English teams.
All right.
So
see,
West
now
Ham
you've educated me on football, so I understand football a bit more now. Yeah, see, guys?
Job's done.
Job's done. Right.
Podcast finished, done.
No, I'm just playing. So I'm gonna
Prïnceps have left the call.
I'm gonna bring it back to music, okay? And I'm gonna ask you this: if there was one song in the history of music that you wish, he's gone back. You wish you have written and produced, what song would you choose, and why would you choose that particular song? Oh my gosh, I've got the boys thinking.
Wish you were here, Pink Floyd.
Dude, that's such a good question. No, you're not giving this nearly enough thought.
What?
Explain your reasons whilst I think. I've got so much stuff going through my mind right now. Explain your reasons whilst I think.
Well, my first approach,
I'm taking my headphones off.
my first approach with that song, it was actually the high school.
Okay.
So I learned the song with English lesson. For I had to study English at school. It's not like you. So I remember. I mean, you
True. British education sucks.
No, I mean, you speak that. It's natural for you, So the teacher, to be a little bit more interesting, he bring us some music, and I remember I had to learn the lyrics, which at the moment I don't really remember, to be fair. I'm too old. But no, that was my first approach. So it comes as a lesson at school, and then listening, man, that's magic, and it's so simple. So simple. And you mentioned you would like to write or produce. I don't know if I can produce something like that. It's simply wow. Right?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
I didn't listen to a word you said. I'm still thinking about my answer.
Dude, keep talking.
I'm joking. No, I genuinely didn't listen. But okay, no, I can give an answer.
Go on.
Ish. Now, is this kind of an open conversation?
Of course it is. All my conversations are open.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. Because I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I thought of was happy birthday.
No, I understand. I think I understand why. Go on.
Sorry.
There's royalties on that,
Yeah,
no? That's the most royalty song in the world, no?
Yeah. That's why I knew. Yeah. I knew why you chose
That's
that
why
song.
I took
As
my
soon
time.
as you said
That's
that.
why I took my time.
See, yeah. Okay, he's
So,
thinking
From a pure
business.
capitalist perspective, happy birthday I'm going for, and I think I win the game. But for musical integrity, Billie Jean, Michael Jackson.
Fair enough.
We don't need to talk anymore about.
We don't. You done that. That was enough for me.
Let's go.
You know what's the problem? We said old songs.
Sorry?
Do you have the same if we ask you which song? Tell us. I mean, I just tell you why. Probably you're gonna say an old song, not a recent song, not something that came out recently.
I don't really listen to music as much. I don't really listen to today's music as much as I listen to old music.
Can I change my answer to Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana?
Can we do another podcast?
Yeah, do you know what? I think we're going to have to do another podcast regardless.
I think so. I think I'm regretting saying Billie Jean now.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, why? Explain to the listeners and say why.
Because of the social pressures of even just talking about Michael Jackson in a public.
Yeah, but that doesn't discriminate his writing ability, and like the same way it doesn't discriminate Nirvana or Pink Floyd or John Lennon. It would be way better
if I'd have written that.
Shall I tell you what song I would have chose personally? Fleetwood Mac. It would have been a Fleetwood Mac song. Yeah, I'm a big Fleetwood Mac fan. Yeah, it would have been one of their.
Got to be that the Formula One song. Because then you got again. I'm thinking about royalties. My business brain is
on today. See, your business brain is on, whereas Marko's brain is more about the emotional connection. Don't look at him like that to music.
But the funny thing is, in real life,
it's the exact opposite.
See? So what?
Yeah.
See?
I don't know what's happening.
See, I'm bringing the energy. I'm bringing the energy out of you guys in a different way today. So you've become a businessman, whereas Marko has become more emotionally connected.
Yeah. That's
weird,
the
man.
Wine.
You've had wine?
We had a wine before.
And you didn't invite me?
Well, if we'd have known...
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I'm going to take that back. That's a fair point. That's okay. That's okay. Here we go. So, guys, here's another one for you. It's a silly one, but here's another one for you. You're on a desert island, right? And you're allowed to bring one person with you to have a conversation with about music. Who would you bring? It could be anyone, famous, non-famous, dead or alive.
I got it.
Go.
I've got an answer too.
Go.
Should we say it at the same time?
That would be funny, actually.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, I'm not setting not setting any traps. It would be you. I would pick you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he never thought that.
Imagine if he'd about been like you. Like honestly, because you're the person I talk to about music the most already and stuff. We'd have more time to collaborate, more time to write music, more time to do our thing, more time to just hang out and actually live our lives.
That's true. And I'll build you up.
It'd be Mike Shinoda. Actually, piss off Mike Shinoda. Mike Shinoda, because then we can get some Linkin Park stuff going on. He can do all the production instead. He's slightly better than you at production. Slightly.
Did you just see Marko's face? I wish I took a picture of that, because that's
I'm
a
gonna get
moment.
kicked out of a 2-person band.
I truly don't believe that.
You don't believe it?
I am giving him jokes.
Give me the same studio. Let's play the game.
Okay.
Oh no, same studio. I'm not saying. Yeah, no, same studio. I'm not saying.
He's up for the challenge. Okay, Marko, who would you choose?
Yes, yeah.
But anyway, you pop in my mind.
It was you.
But unfortunately
top 5.
for you, exactly, you're in my top 3. Like this. Yeah, because it's not only talking, we can write as well.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, not true. My music teacher.
Ah, that's a good one.
My music teacher. Yeah. I think if I can make music thanks for him. Probably it's like literally it's not about talent. It's the way he teach me.
True.
Because I spent so many hours not playing the bass, just talking about music. And Alex, which is one of our friends, is a DJ. When he met the teacher as well, he had the same thing. So yeah, that's the type of person that would like someone that can teach you, and at the same time you can express yourself. Probably it's the same relationship
That's
that we have.
exactly what I was going to say. Is
Yeah.
because you teach me things like I'm the singer. I do write. I do assist with the writing of the songs and stuff.
Absolutely.
But he's my teacher. So yeah, same relationship. We've actually we've kind of given the same answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I need to meet your music teacher. Too advanced. Too advanced.
No, it's not possible, you know.
Oh. Sometimes I wish I was videoing these.
Thank goodness you're not.
I'm telling you, the faces are immense.
I actually thought you were.
I never do. I audio it. No, I audio it because
I missed that bit.
the reason why I like audio in it is because I believe that you shouldn't judge a person by how they look, but listen to the information that they're trying to teach you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So that's important to me. So, okay, guys, here's one for you.
Cool. I feel less. I can fidget now. That's fine.
Oh no, I've had people in their
quite
onesies on the
fidgety.
podcast. It's fine. It's totally fine. What are you most proud of that you stand for as individuals and as a band?
I think that for me, I've always been, since I can remember, I've always been super kind of pro, like lesbian, gay rights and things. I went to quite a rough school, let's say, to the point where we had our own police officer and vicar on site at one point.
One to arrest you and one to bless you. Okay.
Yeah, a bit of both. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Can you ask the question again?
What are you most proud of that you stand for as individuals and as a band?
So yeah, I think for me, going back to school, I've always been like kind of a very big advocate of kind of lesbian and gay rights and things, and I would attribute that to Nirvana and Kurt Cobain being quite a big influence in my life, quite a big staunch feminist, lots of feminist lyrics, kind of thing like that I was listening to from a very young age, and that was before, you know, this is the year 2000, this is 20 years ago kind of thing, where, you know, it's an insult. It was an insult to be called gay and things like that, and that was a very, very common insult to be called. And I would always kind of advocate for the people that were getting called that, to the point where I would be in trouble with those people, and would get in issues with those. And that's something that I've kind of always really kind of carried through into adulthood. Just that there's not much that we can count on. The main thing we can count on is kind of love, and that's the most important thing that we should all concentrate on.
I can agree with you.
I got really deep there.
Yeah, you did. I can see that.
Some quite traumatic memories of where I used to get bullied and stuff. Yeah.
I know how it feels to get bullied. Go on, Marko.
Sorry.
Go ahead, I have to leave Renz now because he's in his emotional, you know.
See,
place.
this is what we were saying. I'm the emotional one. I'm not the business one, honestly.
There's nothing wrong with swapping over sometimes. Go on, Marko.
Individually, well, I think about the whole decision I took in my life. Like, you know, sometimes you're in a situation where you probably it's better somehow to compromise or find the middle point, but you might go against your values and what you really are. and probably if I'm still poor and try to survive somehow every day, it's literally for the type of decision that I took. But at the same, so if we need to see in a business way, like Renz is in his mood today, it's completely a fail. But as a human way, I think it's a good success, because at least when I wake up in the morning, I say, yeah, but fuck yeah, I done what I want to. Obviously, it might sound very generic and even basic, I'm talking like in a, let me say, smart points of view. Obviously, when you take decision thinking about it, what is better to do, but always keeping the heart over there and say, okay, but these are the values, man. You cannot go against, So, and I think I'm proud as well, because this type of decision made me having the people next to me that I actually have, and this is what it make me making better decision as well. So yeah, this is what I'm proud, But sometimes it's very easy to go on the easy way, to take the easy decision.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. Yeah.
And in terms of band, what I'm proud of the fact that literally, as well in this case, we decided to be free, take this new adventure in not pretty young age actually, so with responsibility, but I'm proud of this band because we're not scared of where we're going and what can happen and what cannot happen. As we said before, it's a relation, so it will last forever because we are friends anyway. Yeah. So that's why I'm proud of this band. I'm not scared of this experience.
See, that's what I like to see, band members who support each other.
But the funny thing is we live together, but we don't see each other like, probably for weeks, because he lives upstairs, I live downstairs in two different rooms. So we very how can I say, we like our space,
Yeah.
I read a lot of books. It would just be kind of weird if I just kind of sat down and sat on the sofa with you.
No, exactly. But sometimes come naturally see each other and say, yo, playing FIFA, rather than yo, write a song. But at the same time, we are the same space, And it's just to explain how, as well, we live it together, but we go our own life.
True.
But we know that we're there. We know if something happen, I just need to knock the door. Same for him.
See?
Easy.
I love that, guys. What would you do differently if nobody was judging you at all?
Now, or can we kind of retro ask this question? Can we do this in the past as well? Or
You can do it from any perspective. So it can be, the point of the question is we all get judged as humans, okay? Regardless of what we do and how we do it. The concept of the question is, regardless of how much people judge you, imagine if you eliminated all that judgment. What kind of person would you be today, and what would you be doing?
No wearing clothes for the entire day.
Oh, sounds like my partner.
Yeah?
Explain that.
No one judge you. You go out naked, take your coffee or whatever, go back in the morning, just flip-flop.
Is everyone else naked?
Why not?
I don't care, because I don't mind. They don't mind. It's not judge.
And that's your answer.
Yeah, that's a good one though, because it's called freedom. It might be a bit chilly in the winter, but it's freedom.
Yeah, no. Obviously, season by season, we see different things. But in a general sense,
No, I get it.
Imagine if I start to walk in the house naked. You're gonna judge me.
Yeah, it's true.
It's happened before.
Hey, am I missing something here?
We live together.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Yeah, but
but
it's like Okay, it might sound sweet. I mean, it might look strange, no?
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. A little bit strange.
You see? There you go.
See? Yeah, that's what we're trying to say. So if there was no judgment,
You can cook.
Dude, I'm really struggling with this question. This is the one that's got me.
Esatto, you
Bro.
can
If
cook.
no one judged me. Do you know what? I think I'm having trouble answering this question because I don't think I've ever cared if people judge me.
that's not a bad thing. It means that you
And
don't care. Yeah, you just don't care.
Honestly, I don't. I think that's why I can't think of anything. I don't care what people think about me.
I wish a lot more people had that.
I'm sorry, that's a bit of a boring answer, but yeah.
I don't
Honestly,
think it's a boring answer. I think it's an honest answer.
Yeah, it's it. For as long as I can remember, I've always been kind of a weird to other people kind of person, and I've always been fine with it. And we've been thrown off stage after 30 seconds playing with Madness before. What can shake us? Like, yeah, nothing.
Good enough. It's good enough for me. Here's one for you that will make you think, okay? Well, you might have the answer already because people surprise me all the time. If you could choose one quote that represents you as a person, what quote would you choose and why would you choose that particular quote? You're nodding your head.
Go. You got it?
Yeah, it's such a cliche.
Go on.
My one as well, probably.
I did my GCSE art project where I got a star because I am actually really good at drawing, but I didn't do any of the coursework, so I got a U for that. So my overall art grade was a D. But for my actual physical drawing, I did like an oil painting of Kurt Cobain. It's the picture of Kurt Cobain where he's got his hair down, he's tuning his pedals and stuff, and it says, "It's better to burn out than to fade away," but in an onomatopoeia. So it's better to burn, and burn is a fire, and fade away gets smaller.
See?
That is such a cliche, but I kind of believe that. So that's the one that comes to mind.
Fair enough. I like it. Go on, Marko. Hit me with it.
Live and let live. Makes sense?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually connected with the judgment.
I thought so,
you asked
yeah.
before, huh?
Yeah.
Judgment put limits. Live and let live. Free and respect. Boom. Easy.
See? You guys have got good answers. I like it. No, it's true. And it's coming from a good place, no?
Mm-hmm.
See, there you
Yeah,
go.
we can.
That's all I ever asked for is, okay, here's one for you, right? So we spoke a little bit about money before. So I hope this happens to you one day as well. If you woke up in the morning and you looked in your bank accounts, right? And you saw that you had infinity money. Like you had so many zeros on the end of that 9 or whatever it was. that you were like, damn, I could do anything I want now. What would you change in the music industry to help people?
See, I got caught up in the first part of that question. I was immediately thinking about how we secure this money. I was going to buy Bitcoin with this unlimited money, just so the government can't take it back in case they find out it is a mistake. But let's not get into that. How would we improve the music industry with unlimited money? That's a good question.
Because with money,
what do you mean for helping people?
I mean, okay, right. There are so many. Look at yourselves, okay? Yeah? You're talented, two talented individuals, right? But have you ever noticed in the music industry that there are people, and I'm not putting them down, I'm just being honest with you guys on a music level, who are not necessarily talented, but because they have the right marketing, the right record label behind them, and the right publishing behind them, they go far, quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Whereas the people who have talent are broke in bad situations could be getting evicted, don't know nothing about marketing or social media because they don't have the funds or the money to be able to do it. But if you woke up in the morning and your bank account went cha-ching,
Yeah.
what would you change in the music industry to help people who are talented, for instance, and to help them grow?
So yeah, I really like your example. Your example would be maybe number 2 for me that I would do. Number 1 thing, if I've got unlimited money, I'd be subsidizing tickets for live shows and having a specific like kind of like almost police force to stop ticket touts, sort of Ticketmaster out with their resale policy and things like that. Yeah, ticket touting would be a big thing. I'd get rid of ticket touting. I put all the money on ticket touting, to be honest,
Fair enough.
and then let the cream rise to the crop.
I like that one.
Do we still have enough time?
I hate touts. I'm sorry. I hate ticket touts.
Yeah. If we still have time, I mean, I got the answer, but I take a little bit from far away.
Go on. Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I will change a little. I mean, not little. I will completely change the distribution, how music is distributed. I think it's unfair that Prïnceps can release music, for example, let's say Spotify, okay?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I got Bring Me the Horizon releasing the music. I cannot compete with them. They're better. They're stronger. They're everything better. So it's like I'm a small team and I'm gonna play against Real Madrid, no? To bring back some football example. No. I'm not good enough to be at that level, or I don't have enough money to be that level to promote at the same way. So rather than to put artists and fake numbers with the fake views or whatever, making like, I don't know, 3 leagues, like emergent, silver and golden artists, I don't know, call as you want, but on 3 different slots. So you compete with the people at your same level with the same no skills, but the same possibility, you know? So I would spend that money to buy every distributor, digital distribution, and start to make like that system, like different. And it's not help for the artist first, it's more as a help, a general help for listeners, which are not consumer anymore of music, but listener of music.
Yeah.
And for the artists, they are not just producing music to put out material, but to give a message.
Yeah.
Because if you're Lady Gaga, no, Lady Gaga is a huge artist, but you play on the top league, you always need to be the top, you know? And she does actually. Yeah? But it's your responsibility because you're there, you're an example, you're an influence,
Yeah.
social influence, you know, you're gonna change the history somehow. And this message is not passed anymore. We take music as a bloody product, we put it there, and boom, and we consume. No, man, I don't do like that, because I can take easy money doing other things.
Yeah.
So why you have to suffer and be frustrated to do something that doesn't bring me money? No. I can play in a lower level, but at least turn around and say, man, your shit, it's better if you change job and you do something else rather than because you got more money than me can do something better, you know?
No, that's true. That is definitely
And
true.
then everybody's gonna be happier because we're gonna recognize ourselves, and you even know when you have to stop, or let me say when you have to give up and not dreaming anymore. No, it make you even adult easier,
See.
you know.
Now who's
But
got the business brain?
We've switched
That's
hats.
that's
We've switched
revolutionary. It's not business, yeah. Because if you want to go to business, it's deeper.
Yeah.
But it's not. It cannot be business because I'm never gonna wake up with a bunch of money in my bank account.
Yeah,
so
when's
far.
that money coming?
Where's
Never,
is that?
No, you can't say that. You can't
No, of
say that
course
you'll
not.
never wake
Like-
up with money. Like, you never know. God damn. You never know when it might happen.
Don't
to
get
you.
me dreaming. Don't get me dreaming.
No, listen, the most beautiful thing, I think that one of the most beautiful things in life is the freedom to dream. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Without that freedom to dream, look at you two.
Dangerous. It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
But that one is not freedom to dream, and that's kind of craziness. Yeah.
That's what I worry about.
This word, dreaming about that mind now, man. You dream
There's a lot of people out there and look at the state of the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
I'll push back a little bit, but no, I do see what I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Guys, tell
You
me.
need to, need to have dreams.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's definitely true. Guys, tell me about your EP that's coming out. It's actually coming out tomorrow. So by the time this podcast come out, it would have been out. But tell me about your EP, guys.
Yeah, so we have recorded an EP. It's got 3 songs on it. The EP is called Trinity. It is done with our good friend.
DJ KL. He's from Italy. And he's one of the producer of my label.
Yes.
So it's kind of a collab project kind of thing.
Yeah. It's actually that type of collaboration I mean, we wrote the songs. We feel that they were not ready to go.
Okay.
And somehow life put us in contact with the DJ KL, and we're starting to do together. So yeah, it has been something that just came, you know, and it was good because at the same time we were looking for new sounds, and we knew that with the help of somebody else we could get something different.
That's what I was going to say. It's kind of we're kind of starting to. We say we haven't found our sound yet, but this EP does kind of it encapsulates our sound at the moment. The songs are consistent, aren't they? We kind of
no, absolutely, and at the same time it respects our thinking, our way of thinking. Like, we don't really care. So clubs are closed. There is no live music, and we made an EP which is actually very clubby, very bouncing, you know. So, I mean, ideally at the beginning it was to put it out and go and start to play live. That was the main goal. But at the same time, things happen and we didn't care. We said, no, let's go for it. Let's do it. It's music. People will enjoy somehow. So,
even if it's in their
There's
homes.
a very nice video as well, actually, that we put it out tomorrow or whenever. I mean, it's out already. It's on Premiere, Video Premiere. So check it out.
Guys, check it out, okay? Go and check it out, guys. I have 2 more questions for you guys before I let you go. And my second to last question is, what would you want your legacy to be when you finish on Earth and then you go into your spiritual pathway onto someone else? What would you like your legacy to be?
Band or individually?
Both?
Man, that got deep real quick. I think it's certainly no. Do you know what? I think they're both intertwined for me. It is just about being true to yourself. It was just no one can say that Renz wasn't Renz. Like, Renz was ever fake. Renz ever did anything like where like kind of phoned it in kind of thing. Renz has always been authentic. I would then swap the word Renz for princeps for all of those things as well. I think that's all you can kind of, for me that's all you can ask for, to be remembered as being genuine, authentic. It would be great to be successful, but that's not that's not a important, it's not something to die on a hill for.
I like the way you put that term.
A little bit bleak, but
Truthful.
I like getting bleak when as I've shown. Sorry.
Go on, Marko.
Probably you know my question, my answer, Renz. I wrote a song like that, which is called "I Will Be a Song." That's literally I would like to be remembered, because when say song for me is like a message, and obviously always a good message. So trying to be remembered as a person that give something good. Might be small, might be big, I don't care, but something, you know.
Yeah.
So there is no a proper subject, but something good. So a song. For me, it's like the song. So yeah.
Oh, I like that.
You
Guy.
can sing that song.
I'm not going to sing I Will Be a Song
No.
live. We've not practiced that for 4 years.
No, I don't ask him for it. It's even it's pretty dark, that song.
I know.
It's like a funeral march. It's like...
So on Spotify, if you're interested.
Yeah.
No anymore. No
It's
anymore.
not. Okay, it's not.
Yeah, remove.
You moved. Okay,
On
okay.
YouTube, actually. On YouTube, you might.
Okay, guys, go to YouTube if you want to hear that song. Okay, guys. His face is like. Okay, guys. My last question for you is: how can anyone find you if they want to get in contact with you or hear your music, listen to whatever you do? Where can they find you on all your social medias?
I think we're pretty consistent with it, aren't we? I think it's all at Prïnceps Music.
Okay.
It's all your main ones. We ain't got a TikTok yet, have we?
Never.
We're not getting TikTok. We're not going to do TikTok. TikTok's a no. We're not on TikTok,
Okay.
but we are on all the other ones. Apart from MySpace as well, actually. We're not on MySpace.
Oh wow, that's old school.
But at Prïnceps Music on all the usual social networks. Just when you're writing Prínceps into Google, make sure you don't just let it autocomplete. Otherwise, you're going to be singing Purple Rain for the next 3 weeks. Make sure you do the PS at the end when you Google it.
See, guys, I want to thank you so much for coming on the Yes People podcast. You guys have been. Actually, you've been most probably one of the best guests I've ever had.
Yes!
I'm not even going to deny. I'm not even going to deny it. I'm not even going to.
Would be either the best or worst.
No.
One of the best or the worst.
No,
we
you
were
haven't.
going
You
for.
definitely haven't been the worst.
We're like
Yeah.
Marmite.
You definitely have. You've been one of the best guests I've ever had on the podcasts. So I want to thank you so much for coming on. And I know that this podcast will help so many people in so many different ways.
That's
Great.
very kind of you to say it. It's really nice to cyber meet you, and perhaps we will see you around soon.
I'm sure we will. Imagine I wake up in the morning and I walk down the road. Oh, hey guys.
I swear, I'm gonna see you at the co-op. I'm promise you. I'm gonna run into the co-op in the morning.
See, now you're gonna make people Google what co-op is near us.
All right. Okay.
See,
Sainsbury's local. I'm gonna mix it up.
guys.
Other supermarkets do exist.
That's true, actually. It's a fair point. I didn't think of it like that. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the podcast once again. It's been lovely to have you. And guys, thank you so much for listening to the Yes People podcast. And please remember, you can subscribe to Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and any other platform that you prefer listening to. Please also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also donate to the Yes People podcast on the Savvy Rocks website, or simply just donate by typing in paypal.me Us People podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Stay happy, stay positive, and as always, please continue to be kind to one another.
Awesome. Was that genuinely okay? Yeah. Good.